Good day, gamers. Um, Hi, I'm gonna be playing some Subway Surfers because I'm incredibly bored. And now, if you watched my last video, I said I'd play a different game, but I thought it'd be funnier if I played Subway Surfers, considering how it's become in terms of brain rot. So I'm going to actually be playing the game. It's just as simple as that. I was scrolling through my apps and I was like, yeah, Subway Surfers. Pretty cool, huh? So now I'm gonna play some Subway Surfers. It's a very simple game about running. I'm sure everybody watching this would know Subway Surfers. It's iconic. Like, you can say that other games are better, like Temple Run, maybe more polished, but I don't know. It's just something about this old piece of crap that I think comes pre-installed on most devices as their first game. There's just something about it. It's just amazing. Now, I don't know what song is playing right now in this game, or what country we're in for that matter. I loaded up the game. I updated it today. It was like, it had been a very long time since I updated this piece of crap. I updated it today, and now I'm just playing. I tell you, back in the day, I skilled Subway Surfers. I actually grinded this nonstop. There was one time where I was like number 1 in the U.S. like 3 weeks in a row because it was like a dead weekend. Nobody was on, and I grinded like I figured out a strat to stay alive basically infinitely. Which I'm not going to use for this because I want to actually stop at some point without like actually having to call out. I'll lose eventually. Like I'm not perfect. And what? Okay, I was like trying to swipe, just refused. But anyway, yeah, like nobody was on for that weekend. Not weekend. It was like 3 weeks because it resets like every week. And I was number 1. I might still have a picture of it. In fact, I had another YouTube channel that I used to use, and that was my background, was like my 5 million high score of it being the number 1 in the US. So yeah, that's something I could put on any profiles. Like, I was number 1 Subway Surfers for like 3 weeks. And I mean, hey, if I really want to, I could grind for number 1. It's not that hard. You basically just have to have the patience and a couple of free hours. Like, and it's like you can just like pause, set the phone down, and come back, because that's just a feature. Like, you can't like save a run. You can't exit out of the app or something like that. It'll end your run, but you can just pause, like, and you just set it down, go take a walk. You know, it's pretty nice. I don't even know what I'm rambling on about. I'm playing this godforsaken. And now, me having those memories of this game, I remember, like, when that trend of putting Subway Surfers in the back of, like, shorts and reels and TikToks and whatnot, like, I remember I was like, hey, it's that game, the game I'm good at. I was like kind of giddy because like it was like the first time figuring out that other people knew that game, and it wasn't just me who sat there for hours of my life to grind. Like, I remember there was like times where I was completionist and I just wanted everything. Like this skin that I have right here now, it wasn't hard to get. It was like for a Christmas event years back. But I wanted it, and I grinded, and I was like, yeah. In fact, okay. I was, back when I was playing this, I was a Fortnite addict. And one of my favorite Fortnite YouTubers was Laserbeam. And, you know, he used Gingy, the gingerbread, or Merry Marauder, I think is his actual name, for his skins back in when chapter 1, and I was like obsessed with that, and so I grinded for this skin, and now here we are today. It's kind of coming in use. I don't know. Yeah. There's just a lot. I wonder. It's like, what's like the highest high score? Because like I can only see United States on the high scores, I think, for this week's highs. I wonder what like the highest of all time. And it resets every week, so I wonder what like the all-time highest is. It's probably pretty high considering you can just go on infinitely, but like who? Oh, and actually, never mind. I do know the highest. It's like something one. Actually, I don't know the score that's tied to it, but I do know that Subway Surfers has an end. That's kind of become famous now too. Is that this once seemingly endless game is actually discovered if you just. I think it's if the background has to like loops a static amount of times. I think it's like something between like 5 million times this background loops, and after that it just kind of stops loading. You could still like go on after that, but like it doesn't really work. The game kind of falls apart after that. So, but that's, I guess, the theory. If like you could get on past that, because I'm pretty sure it just keeps going. There's just no terrain anymore. But yeah, gosh, it's so weird because I have not played this game in a very long time. I remember like friggin' what was it? I was like 8 years old on a big old tablet, and I was sitting there. Okay, when I like first broke a record and like got on the top of the scoreboard, I was probably like 8 or 9 on a huge iPad. A huge iPad. Not an iPad. It was an Android tablet, but actually, I have it. Where is it? It's right here. I was on this thing. It's big. And I was at, I don't know whose house. My dad was doing some plumbing work for somebody. I was just sitting there. I was grinding and stuff. I was locked in. And having like a couple hours, because he was old even back then. I just had hours of free time because it took him so long to do it. And I just sat and played Subway Surfers. Yeah, those were the days. I also remember there was another kid there too. I don't know his name. I actually never think I knew his name. I never asked. But I was there. And he had a toy MP7. And we like ran around and played like, it wasn't even cops and robbers. I think it was just like we were just trying to shoot each other. So yeah. I don't even remember the story about it, but like halfway through it, he went into his closet and threw up. I don't know. Those times are foggy. Coin meter reward. Ooh. Oh, I just realized my camera is like right where the score is, so I don't even know how what score I'm doing. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. It's like actually kind of shocking, because mobile games usually even the best, the highest of quality's made like by big companies. Those mobile games just never last because they're mobile games. Like, I know Warzone Mobile, I think it's still active, but I haven't heard much from like anybody about it in a very long time. And another big one was Dead by Daylight Mobile, and I'm pretty sure that's getting shut down soon too. If not already, actually, I think it might be shut down. I don't know though. Hey, that was a sick move. Sick move. Yeah. Dead by Daylight is a good game. Wow, my inputs are like getting laggy. Dead. Well, what was I gonna say about? Oh yeah. Earlier today, I was playing the new chapter in Dead by Daylight. I was playing as the animatronic Springtrap, which actually that's something I would probably do on this channel is play Five Nights at Freddy's. Not necessarily Dead by Daylight because my internet is horrible. I maybe can make it work, but we'll have to see. Buying things. Capitalism. Oh god. How long have we been going for? 11 minutes and 45, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 11 minutes, about 12 minutes. I don't know. I don't know how long. Maybe hours. I don't know. Like, I have all the time in the world. The only reason I'm doing this is because I'm bored out of my mind. Like, my friends are out doing things. I'll just accept the L and start over. Like, that was embarrassing. Anyway. Oh, yes. What? Come on. Play with friends? No. Okay, but anyway. As I was saying. Yeah, speaking of my friends, like, that's why I'm so bored, is like, they're off doing their own thing. I got one. Well, actually, it's not even in this video. I started a trial. I started playing Dictators No Peace, but then I got like interrupted. And in that I was telling a story about how I found out about that game, and that friend that I talked about, he's actually doing basic training right now. He's in the Missouri National Guard, and like 4 weeks ago shipped out to basic, and he is in Georgia. I don't remember where in Georgia, but he's in Georgia. And yesterday, Tuesday it was, so yeah, yesterday, he went through the gas chamber. So yeah, like, effing chat for that guy. But yeah, he's at basic. I have another one who is running a fireworks stand right now. Other one, and she is helping. Oh, she was doing something for her church, but I don't remember. Shows how good of a friend I am. Oh, and another one, and he's like in Dougie. So yeah, they're busy, and I'm bored. I can't believe this day. I guess I'm gonna talk more about Dead by Daylight. I really like Dead by Daylight, if you couldn't guess. It's like my favorite game. I have other favorite games, but like I don't know. Dead by Daylight is such a good game. Like the lore and gameplay and stuff is like there's just so much to it. It's just such a good game. But like the past couple days, like playing, whoa, yeah, I'm dead. I don't waste all my keys. But yeah, okay, great, ad. But yeah, so yeah, me playing Dead by Daylight the last few days is like anybody who keeps up with that game would know that the animatronic just released. It released Tuesday, actually. Today I'm recording this on Wednesday, June 18th, 2025. But yeah, it released Tuesday, yesterday, and I updated it and I was there. I had 500 Auric cells just sitting in my inventory. I was waiting. I camped that as hard because I wanted to play the animatronic as soon as I could. And so I was there and I waited a long time in the killer queue. I never got into a game, actually. I had to go play Survivor for a couple hours because I never got into a killer queue the first time. And I was like, my gosh, I'm such an idiot. Like, I don't know what I thought was going to happen. So, I got to verse him before I played as him. Which, I really wanted to play as him as soon as I could, but it just wasn't happening because queue times. Because it was the first day, it's like, that was kind of an oversight on my part, but playing against him, I don't know. Like, the first day, okay, my first couple games were like all Springtrap. And it was like the fourth. And I was like, okay, so it seems like it's gonna be like sort of like a PTB situation. It's like, where on the PTB, if you're not playing the new killer, then like what are you doing? Like, so, but like when the live game for the first couple days, I feel like that's the same. It's like, if you're not playing the new killer, like, come on, dog, what are you doing? Like, the new killer just came out, and it's like, if you're like on console or something that can't be on the PTB, then, well, what are you doing? Like, play the new killer, and new characters in general. But like my fourth game was a Death Slinger. He was boosted, like it was a very boosted Death Slinger. He had zero patience. It's just, if you were running straight, he would aim and try to, like, he wouldn't try to insta-shoot. He would always wait, like, a solid 5 seconds, and you could just predict that after a while. And he would never try to, like, predict your dodge. So if you just just try to dodge last second, then, or before you thought he was going to shoot, then he would miss every time. Because he was bad. No, a little below. But yeah. So, I remember that, and then I was playing against him until, like, 3 o'clock that day. And I was starting to think, I was like, man, this killer was almost like, you know, like how Nemesis players, like, there's that one meme of Nemesis when unhooked notification because it goes going straight back. Every Springtrap I faced tunneled to the max. It's like, as soon as he heard the notification, he was back in one of his doors and coming right back to the hook. And I just didn't understand it. I'm like, why? I guess, now that I'm thinking about it now, it's probably because they were newer players. And so that's what they thought it was supposed to do. Is like, hey, there's a notification over there. That means I gotta go do something. But yeah. And so all they did, like, I got tunneled because I'm a good Dead by Daylight. I'm pretty good. Like, not the best, but, like, I'm alright at Survivor. I can get a couple good five gen chases in, like, game after game before I get a killer that's like, ugh, this guy, you know. So I'm pretty good at Survivor. And, you know, of course, like, with newer players, like, they see you, and then it's like, if you don't go down in the first 5 seconds, they kind of just develop, you become their obsession. All they want to do is kill you. And so, yeah, I didn't escape against Springtrap much, only when they were, like, particularly bad. I distracted him for most of the games though, but oh gosh, that also reminds me of a game. I had a game against a Frosty Eyes doctor who didn't know how to break pallets. And so after all my games playing as the new killer yesterday, I'm playing as Survivor. I had just played so much. I was like, man, my MMR is going to be like so high. I'm gonna get the sweatiest sweats. And my first game of the day was a Frosty Eyes default doctor who didn't know how to break pallets. He also didn't know how to face a wall, because every time he'd pick somebody up, he would look directly at me, and I was like, because after that, I was like, the first couple times I tried to hide, and I was like, dude, I'm going to teach you to face a wall by like standing in front of him while he was trying to pick up, and he would still pick up facing me. He was so bad. And so after that, I guess he just kind of, something in his brain clicked and was like, okay, you are going to die now. And since it was a doctor, he just like, he went through, kept shocking me. And he had that one add-on where it was, I don't remember, but it's the one where if you're in tier 2 and in a chase, you'll hear a fake terror radius and a fake red stain will appear on you. And if you're in Madness tier 3, the red stain and terror radius will constantly be there. So what he would do is, because my teammates were also bad, he would get us all to tier 3 and just chase me. And those people really, I guess, just didn't know how to unmadness, how to snap out of it. And so they would just kind of like sit there and wouldn't do gen. So that game lasted for like probably 45 minutes until they finally got all the gens done. And then he downed me, started face camping me. And while I was actually on hook, which was lucky for me, they didn't finish last gen until until my bar for the camping prevention had already filled. So like after they finished it, I just went out and then they opened a gate and I escaped. So it was a pretty good game. But it was just, I had done so well for so many games, and I'm like, man, I'm gonna get the sweatiest sweats. And sure enough, I got the noobiest noobs. That was my Survivor games. My killer games were a bit balanced. Like, I would, like, don't get me wrong, there was a lot of rubber banding, you know, of I'd be doing super well and the survivors have no idea. Like, there was one time where I think it was like the second game, they had, I guess they just assumed that I couldn't go in my own security doors. And like, I had snowballed the entire team because in mid-chase, they would run up to the door and go in it thinking I couldn't follow them, and I'd follow them, grab them, and then hook them. And they just kept doing that, thinking that I couldn't do it. And I just did, and killed the whole team, like, at the start of the game. After that, it kind of, like, evened out and stuff, but... And none of the rest of the games were that interesting. Man. And like I said at the beginning of that story, Dead by Daylight is one of my favorite games. Like, if I had to, like, rank my favorite games that I've played, like, Halo Reach is a second. Undertale and Deltarune I really love. The community is kind of, it's an interesting one. There are definitely some really good ones and positive influences, but there are some people there. Ooh, I just remembered that, like, I haven't watched any gameplay or even played chapters 3 and 4 yet of Deltarune, so I need to, like, get on that after I'm done here. But yeah, anyway, the Undertale is a great game. That'd probably be number 3. Number 4, I don't know. probably like as a concept and as a whole, Five Nights at Freddy's, like I really can't rank any of the games like themselves, but like just as a concept, that's probably takes the number 4 spot. What other games do I particularly enjoy? Minecraft's a good game, but there's a lot, like, most of the time when Minecraft is brought up as being good game is because it is a good game, but it's mainly because those people are in their, as it's called on the internet, the 2-week phase, where they just really want to play Minecraft for like 2 weeks and nothing else. Yeah. I can enjoy games like Minecraft and stuff like that, but what I really like is games with heavy lore. So that's why Dead by Daylight is probably one of my favorite games. Is its lore is so intense, and actually that's something I can make videos about, is just explaining the lore, because I love Dead by Daylight's lore. And then, like, the Halo lore is fairly interesting. So is Undertale, and I don't know if I can have a 5. I don't know. My phone's dying. That shows how long I've been doing this. My phone's dying. Probably get to about 45 minutes and then stop. Or until I next die. 45 minutes until I next die. Yeah. I shall just take this next time to talk about, like, things I like on the internet. I don't know why this is kind of starting to sound like a Tinder profile, but just bear with me here. I don't know why, but, like, recently I've been trying to, like, scavenge as many Unis Honest compilations that I can. It's like I have a 14 video playlist that sum total is like 28 hours of content. Probably a little less than 20. Actually, it's probably like maybe 24. But they're a good video. Like, those mega compilations, they're so good. They're so good because that channel is so good. Just a whole bunch of Unis Honest out of context. And also, let's speak as, like, now that since the Five Nights at Freddy's DVD chapter has came out, I have, like, been kind of getting back into playing Five Nights at Freddy's and, like, watching lore videos and stuff, because it also has an expansive lore. But they just reminded me of a Matt Pat, because whenever I first watched the goodbye video, that was like, it was really sad, and I miss those game theory videos. It's because just like the Minecraft, like, 2-week thing, I would have, like, do that with channels and stuff too. It's just a binge channels for like 2 weeks. It's like, one I do that frequently with is one called Wendigoon. It's a really good, he's a really good YouTuber. Like, probably top 2, actually. Maybe my number 1, because I don't know if there is somebody else I could put higher. Definitely some people I can put on par, but, like, not higher than. Yeah, Wendigoon's really good. And he has a 9-hour long conspiracy theory iceberg, And I have watched that thing start to finish probably around 50 times. And that's not an exaggeration. Because I just play it in the background like every day. I'll just play it in the background while I'm doing something. Heck, while I'm playing Dead by Daylight, I'll just play it in the background and just kind of sit there and vibe to it. It's so good. I'm dying. I'm gonna die. 30 minutes. Okay. Okay. But yeah. I haven't watched... He like, uploaded a video, like, today. Or no, it was yesterday. I still need to watch it. Ooh, another thing that I need to do. I need to update Siege. I want to play Siege X. I haven't played Siege X. Oh, well, actually, anybody that watches this video, okay, I want you to check the R6 marketplace. Look at the Glacier skins. For those who don't know, there's like a super rare camo that was back in like the first or second season of the game that was only purchasable then, like in the in-game store, and now it's only on the marketplace, and they're very expensive. And there is like a weird, I guess I'm gonna call it a phenomena, where they will like sometimes just be sold for dirt cheap. So me and the friend that's went to basic, we are just like constant purchase orders for real cheap for those skins. I haven't gotten lucky and hit one yet, because I'm in like a line with a couple thousand people that were before me, but it's gambling. It is like Rainbow Six Siege slot machines level gambling, except there is only the jackpot and nothing else. Then again, there is like nothing bad, like you don't waste anything. But yeah, if anybody watches this video and has like R6 credits to gamble, it is a good way to make money, I guess. The ones I saw that went, because I checked it every day, the ones that I saw that went down the most are the Jaeger's gun. The MP5 did it a whole bunch. Like, it did like 4 or 5 times. The Jaeger's gun did it like twice. Castles did it like 4 times, I think. And then Buck C8 did it a bunch. Like, the price would just... Somebody would sell it for like 200 R6 credits when they're valued like 5 digits. Actually, not even 5 digits. It would be 6 digits. I'm stupid. Wait, no, I can't count. No, it would be... I'm stupid. I'm just dumb. That's why I'm sitting here playing Subway Surfers and talking to myself. But yeah, Subway Surfers, pretty good. I don't really have much else to talk about, you know? I'm kind of actually getting fired up. I don't know if I'm gonna stop anytime soon. I'm like on a roll. I'm doing really well. Over one thing, I am going to have to plug my phone in pretty time. 34 minutes. I'm gonna keep going. Ah. You've got to be joking. There's no way that I just did that. I just wasted 3 keys. Like, I don't even... Oh, my necklace. I didn't have my necklace on. It's a tiny Jesus. I stabbed him through the head and turned him into extremely marketable merchandise. No, that's a joke. I just decided to make a because I have. Oh, actually, that's another story that I'm gonna tell because I'm bored. Because I have like a whole bunch of tiny Jesuses. Because one day at my church, I walked in and I went to sit down, and apparently, like, I guess it's the Christian equivalent of egging somebody's house, because somebody snuck in the middle of the night the day before church on Sunday, so it was Saturday. Somebody snuck in and hid them everywhere, and so they went up on stage and was like, "We don't have any idea who did this, so if you want some, you just take them." So I have like a whole bunch. This one has a black sash, so yeah, I got them on my necklace, yeah. Actually, I make a bunch of necklaces. Got another one and a cross that I made at school. Because I took shop last year, which was... that was my 11th grade year. It's summer now. I'm gonna be a senior next year. I'm gonna graduate, I'm sure. I'm scared. But anyway, yeah, I have this one, but it broke yesterday. My fat neck. But yeah. I guess so. I'm gonna do it again. More Subway Surfers. Oh, but you're so slow in the start. I don't like this. Yeah. Actually, that's something I can do to keep our conversation going. Is tell some school stories. So one of them that's really funny, and not that funny. It was actually kind of. It made a lot of people mad when it happened, but now in hindsight, it's kind of funny. But we have this one teacher named. Actually, I won't say her name, but. She's short, short and stubby, you know. And she's like, she's not pregnant, just to clarify, but she has frequent mood swings. Like, she will go to being your best friend to being your worst enemy. Dismiss. Alarm. Anyway. By the way, no, that was not something. It was canceled. Just calm down, anybody who sees this. I'm not skipping out on church. I don't even know if that's what it's labeled. I have a youth group that I go to every Wednesday, and that was my alarm to go to it. Because I'm very forgetful. But anyway, my story. So yeah, she's short, cat and chubby. Is like she's lost a lot of weight recently, but and actually she retired this year too. But she has frequent mood swings, like going from very happy to very mad. And she does yearbook, so. Her first hour class is yearbook. I had two friends in there. So she went in there, like, she was like 10 minutes late. So she went in there, and it was like, I'm gonna be outside. I was outside, I think it was the day of the fire. Like, every year at our school, they have a fire safety day. Teach the kindergartners, elementary fire safety and stuff like that. And they were there, and she was getting pictures of that for the elementary yearbook. And she did not tell her publications class this. She didn't tell anybody this. She just kind of went and did it. And she came back like 15 minutes after class had started and was getting on their case, and she was mad because they weren't there helping her take pictures. And they were like, we didn't know that you were there. And so she like scoffed and started to walk out. And they asked her, like, well, do you want us to help? Well, when she started walking, so she turned around, snapped, yelled at them, was, "Go to the new commons now!" And so they went, and on the way, they passed the principal, and they said, and they said, "Why aren't you helping the teacher with publications and taking pictures?" And they were like, "Well, she just told us to go to the commons." And she was like, and he was like, no, go and help. And when they went all the way back to the library where they were to help, she snapped again and told them to go back to the commons and do not come back. And then the principal came back to the commons, is like, "I just told you to go and help." And they were like, "She screamed at us again." And he was like, "Okay, she's having one of them moments." And walked off. And when they came back, the teacher was like so mad. She had locked her door, shut the lights off, and was like angrily typing in the corner. I think she was writing them up, but I don't remember, because it was like at the beginning of the year. That was the reason it was so bad, is like she locked their stuff in there and did not let them get it back until like hours later, and so they had to just be without stuff. And it was the funny part. She just got away with that, and the teachers were like, "It's just, this happens all the time." And I was astonished, because it was like the first time I've ever heard about this. And I was like, "How did she get away with this?" Good thing she was retiring soon, because she would lose it like constantly for no reason. She had a personal vendetta against our class because of two kids that were particularly bad in the class, and so she just like used it as an example for our grade as a whole. But yeah. Mm-hmm. There's just so much drama at school. I love school, which is funny because I'm gonna be graduating next year, but I was kind of getting tired of it towards the end, because there was just so much drama at the end. It's like, why is it at the end of the year there just everything decides to start crumbling down? I guess this is because like everybody's just had enough at that point. And they just couldn't take it, you know. I remember I had an Algebra 2 class that I took for my math credit, and I did well the whole year, aside from the final 3 tests, and the first 2 I failed horribly. The first one was horrible. The second one, I got like a half. I got the half of it. I think it was like a straight 50% on it. Or it might have been 60. I don't know. It kind of like neutraled out the grade a little bit. And so all I needed was like completely ace. And if I got a really, really good score on the last test, I would pass. But if I didn't, I would fail. And so yeah, I did end up I passed the test. I was the second highest score in the class. This is second highest score in the class for that particular test. I ended up passing that class with a 61%. Ooh. Ooh. But yeah. So the skin of my gosh, I'm so bad at this game. Come on. I'm rusty. This is not quite world record status. It wasn't even world, it was just the United States. But yeah. Okay, actually, I'm gonna show off that strat I was talking about earlier. It was basically this. This is a maple leaf board from an event when they went to Canada for. It was a long time ago. This was like 2020. It was the event when they went to Canada, and it has 2 add-ons on it. One of slow falling, and the other of a high jump. And so if you just, like, I buy a whole bunch of these hoverboards, and then just keep spamming them every time it runs out. And if I stack it, and the best part is that if you see it here, while I have the hoverboard equipped, my shoes don't go down, so I can stack them and like while my hoverboard goes, I can have this pair of shoes just kind of sit there without using their durability. So after that, I just won't have the slow falling. I'll just have the high jump, and I can just use one of my hundreds of boards and just keep. Oh, okay. I gotta plug in. Okay. Come on. There we go. Yeah. I just keep going. And that's also another really good thing about those boards, is that whenever you collide with something, they just do this. Destroy the environment, give you a second chance. It's dead hard, but as a board. Old Dead Hard. I miss Old Dead Hard. I'm kind of Survivor man that said it wasn't that bad of a problem. Heck, it's state before it's like. I actually kind of think. Okay, well that's gonna be it for this. I'll finish my thought first. I actually think that its state before its current state was one where you didn't need to be unhooked first. I think that was more problematic because endurance is, I guess, just better than a dash. It's like, sure, you make distance, but still, like, the killer's still about to bum you. It's like you get a speed boost and stuff like that. It's just so much better, you know? I don't want to play Tomb of Mask. I don't want to play your stupid game. But yeah. So that was 47-minute long video of me ranting and playing Subway Surfers. So yeah. That's gonna be it for this video. Again, it wasn't even supposed to be Subway Surfers. It was supposed to be Dictators No Peace, and then I retconned it. Yeah, that's gonna be it for me for now. I'll probably upload like every day. Maybe more than once a day, because I'm just bored. I have nothing to do, so like, sitting here talking to myself is best I got. Until my friends get back. Then it'll probably be once weekly. If ever. Probably just forget about it. But I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye. I missed.